On today's installment of Meet the Machines, I'm going to be showing you guys the newest addition to my life as a pallbearer. My Gibson Les Paul Standard 60s Custom Color Edition in beautiful Cardinal Red. Hey there kids, and welcome to Meet the Machines, the gear series for people who like things that are nice. I'm Uncle Ben, and I like things that are nice. Wasn't that just a Jim Jam Jubilee? That's a segment of one of my original tunes called Grip that I've been working on for my solo album, which I cannot wait to release for you guys. And I recorded all the guitars on that using this beautiful Les Paul Standard 60s that I just got from the fine folks at Gibson. I was playing that through my Marshall JCM 800 and this Diezel VH2, and in this video I'm going to show you guys some of the amazing tones that combination can offer. And just in case this is your first installment of Meet the Machines, allow me to introduce you guys to the credo that I stick to with every one of these videos. Yes, companies send me gear for free. No, I do not talk about it if I don't like it. That's just how this works. I never make a dime off of this stuff, but if somebody sends me something to check out and I really like it and it's going to become a normal part of my playing here in the studio and live, I want to tell you guys about it, and I want to tell you guys about this guitar because it is freaking amazing. So this year Gibson introduced a line of custom color options. They did some with plain tops like this one in different colors. They did some with figured tops that are beautiful as well. But as soon as I saw the Cardinal Red with this beautiful natural mahogany back, I knew this is the one that I wanted to check out because it just looks fun, doesn't it? I mean, there's a reason these things are on like all of our favorite records. They sound freaking amazing. But I know a lot of folks that grew up playing shredders are kind of put off by the Les Paul thing, because when you think of a Les Paul, you're thinking of a big old baseball bat and neck and all that kind of thing. Well, the 60s models are what you want to check out. They have the slim taper neck on them. It is so comfy. It's not like playing a yardstick, you know, double cutaway shred guitar, but it is so much thinner than you think it is gonna be. It's so playable and super shreddy. This is a legit first, guys. This guitar arrived from Gibson and I have not adjusted one thing on it. I haven't turned a screw, I haven't lowered the bridge, I haven't straightened the neck, I haven't messed with the nut, nothing. From the factory, it is shredding. I don't know if you can see that action right there, but it feels right in line with how I set my guitars up, which is like a little under 1.5 millimeters for the low E at the 12th fret and about a millimeter on the high E 12th fret. I played pretty low action and nothing frets out, even with the strings that low. It's still got that signature Les Paul sustain that you expect from a mighty chunk of wood such as this one. Pretty amazing, and I think that's really because, you know, Gibson is plecking all their guitars at the factory now, which is a machine that just offers impossibly great fretwork. So if you buy a new Gibson, it's going to come plecked, which means it's going to come with perfect fretwork, and this is no exception. If you want to know all the specs, be sure to check out the link down there in the video description. And while you're down there, you might as well check out my Patreon page too. That is, if you like nice things, like bonus videos, downloadable tabs, backing tracks, and so much more. Don't delay, sign up today. Now let's plug this thing up and mash some rope. That is the sound of pure rock and roll fury. Okay, so I've got the guitar right now going into the Marshall JCM 800. It's a reissue, just got it last year from the fine folks at Sweetwater. I've got that running into the UA aux, a little bit of reverb and logic, and that's it. No boost or anything right now, but I'm gonna boost it later so you guys can hear how this thing takes gain. So the 800 was the main amp that I used for the rhythm guitars and the leads. I had the Diezel going in and out on some of the really heavy parts, but the main thing that you're hearing right here is the Marshall. And the bridge pickup on this guitar sounds like what you want a rock guitar to sound like. It's not crazy hot. It's also not crazy low output and doing that like thin, quacky Jimmy Page Les Paul thing, you know? It's just big and fat in the right places. Not crazy hot, not crazy compressed. You can hear it really lights up with the picking dynamics and stuff. You can pick really light on it or dig in more. Just a really nice dynamic sound out of that bridge pickup. Neck pickup really sings. It's big and fat, but it's not muddy. You can tell even when you're playing like chordal stuff. Still nice and chimey. You got that good note separation, you know, in between the strings. Nothing seems terribly louder than any other string. Just nice and balanced, full and warm sounding. Great sounding neck pickup. Does that good spanky thing whenever you turn both of those pickups on. I don't really use middle position all that much myself. I'm not that old yet, but I'll be there before we know it. Okay, so it sounds great with those lower gain tones. Let's put a boost in front of the 800. That's what I did for all the rhythm tracks and stuff. I'll start off here with your classic Boss SD1, every amp's best friend. I swear every amp loves an SD1, and this 800 is no exception. Check it out. Just filthy, man. But you can hear how those pickups still retain the clarity even with that much gain on them, and tuned down to drop D like I was in the track. like a Les Paul and a Marshall. Come on. And thanks to that Plex setup, it shreds. Seriously, you would not believe how easy this guitar is to play. And you still look kind of like an adult when you're holding it, which is kind of a good setup. Seriously, amazing fretwork that they're doing on these things. All right, let's try Big Daddy Diezel out right here. This amp is seriously insane. I love this thing. I use it all the time. Let's check it out. Really beautiful clean tones on the first channel. People don't expect that from an amp with that much gain on it. And as you can hear, the neck pickup right there sounds fabulous. It's really big and warm sounding, but the bass isn't like too boomy. Sometimes you play guitars and just the low end is out of control on that neck pickup. A good sounding neck pickup on the clean channel is always a great sign for me. I've never found a guitar where the neck pickup sounded terrible on cleans, but awesome for distorted leads. It's like if it doesn't sound good clean, it won't sound good for distorted leads, at least from my experience. So as soon as I plugged this in and I heard it through that clean channel, I knew it was in store for some really great sounding lead tones too. Now let's put that exotic BB preamp pedal in front of this clean tone. It's going to give us a nice old school sound. It's awesome. Like, it's just as good at that low gain, mid gain thing as it is the crushing high gain stuff that you're gonna hear in a second. It's a cool thing about a Les Paul, man. Nobody ever lost a gig for showing up with a Les Paul. It's a historical fact. You can cite me on that. I've got it set on the second channel now, which is where the heavy things live. Like, you can do anything with these, you know? If it is in the realm of electric guitar, you're gonna be fine if you have a Les Paul on your side. Forget about it, man. Awesome sounding guitar, awesome playing guitar, awesome looking guitar. Made right here in the US of A by the fine folks over at Gibson. That was my elbow popping right there. That was nothing in the guitar. It's a lot more durable than I am. So there you go, guys, a couple of my favorite tones from my new favorite little baby here, my Gibson Les Paul Standard 60s custom color in beautiful Cardinal Red. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that they didn't make the back and sides painted too. I really like just having that special looking top right there, putting your best face forward to your adoring crowd of fans, as we are wont to do. Shout out to the guy who's gonna give me shit for wearing a Guns N' Roses shirt and not playing any Guns N' Roses. And thank you so much to the fine folks at Gibson for zipping me this guitar over. Like I said, I didn't pay for this. They didn't pay me to make this video. I tell everybody up front, if I don't like the product, I'm just gonna send it back. I'm not gonna talk smack about you on the internet. I'm just not gonna use it and make a video about it if it's not something I would actually use. And you're gonna see this guy used a lot here in the future. One more thing I forgot to mention about this. I put 9s on here, 9 through 42. Usually I've been a 9s on 25.5-inch scale guitar guy in standard tuning forever. Usually on my Les Pauls I've been playing 10s in standard, 10 through 46. But just on a whim, I decided to put 9s on a few of my Les Pauls and I love it. It's so nice and slinky feeling. The low end is like tighter and more defined, and it still stays in tune great. This guitar is really rock solid in that regard for sure. So try some 9s out. I really like it a lot. Thanks so much for watching this video. Be sure to like the channel, subscribe to the video. I think that's what you're supposed to do, right? Ring the bell for notifications every time I upload a new slice of fried gold, and support my channel over on my Patreon page at patreon.com/Ben Eller Guitars. Also, if you liked what you heard out of that intro tune, Grip, be sure to stay tuned for more announcements about my upcoming solo album, which I am so excited to share with you guys. This has been like 20 years in the making, you know? I'll do a whole video about that when the time comes, but I'm really excited about these tunes, so hopefully you guys like the riffs too. It's been fun as always, but now it's time to get away from here and do some rope mashing myself. I recommend you guys do the same. Less clicking, more picking.